Today we take a look at one of the most well-received Seiko releases in the last few years, the Seiko SPB143. The SPB143 heavily draws inspiration from the first dive watch Seiko ever released, the 62 Mas. But before we get into that and the design differences to the 62 Mas, let's look at the dimensions and specs. The diameter of the case is 40.5 mm, however the bezel measures only 40.1 mm in diameter, which makes it a slightly bigger watch than the original with a diameter of 38.2 mm. The lug to lug is 47.6 mm and the case is 14 mm thick. And finally, the lug spacing is 20 mm. The SPB143 has a screw-down crown and screw-down case back, with a water resistance of 200 meters, making it a true dive watch. The domed sapphire crystal and steel bezel homage the vintage design combined with more durable materials. Hands and indices are equipped with Seiko's LumiBrite. Inside beats the 6R35 with an impressive power reserve of 70 hours. The case design with its straight edges as well as the hands and indices are basically the same as on the 62 Mas. But the advantages of modern manufacturing methods are visible in fine radial brushing all around the case. The hands are brushed on one half and polished on the other, allowing for better readability in different lighting situations. The colorway with the black diving bezel and the grey dial is also inspired by the 62 Mas. Especially the grey sunburst dial makes the watch different from your typical black dive watch, but still very versatile in daily wear. What's the most obvious visual difference to the 62 Mas is the ratio of bezel thickness and dial size. While the 62 Mas has a bigger dial and slimmer bezel, the SPB143 has a smaller dial and a thicker bezel. For me, that makes the SPB143 look a little bit more chunky and less elegant than the 62 Mas, but also more robust. The Seiko is equipped with an oyster-style bracelet, tapering down from 20 mm to 18 mm at the clasp. The surface is fully brushed, fitting the two-watch design. The clasp has a diver extension, which can only be unfolded when the clasp is open. The dive watch extension increases the bracelet length by 21 mm. For reference, one link has a length of 30 mm. So the diver's extension is only of use when you actually want to put the watch over a wetsuit and is not designed to give you some extra breathing room on a hot day. The bracelet itself is actually very massive and therefore heavy, which makes it somewhat uncomfortable to wear. The lack of wearing comfort is probably one of the reasons why you rarely see this watch worn on the steel bracelet. I also prefer to wear the watch on a NATO strap. Here are some of my most worn options: a grey and olive NATO, as well as a Bond strap. To conclude, besides the not so comfortable bracelet, there's nothing really negative about the SPB143. It has the history, the reliable movement with 70 hours power reserve, and sticks out from other black dive watches because of the grey dial, at least a little bit. All of that considered, the price for this watch at about €1,000 is definitely in the sweet spot. If you liked my review of the Seiko SPB143 and want to see more of my watch list, please subscribe to my channel and like the video, and tell me what are your thoughts in the comments down below.